What's up?
What's up?
We did it.
Oh, I like that change. We did it.
We did it. Shh, don't tell anyone. Hey, everybody. Welcome to No Homo with Jonathan and Tom. You like?
I'm Jonathan. What are we doing?
I'm Tom.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. We're diving
right in.
Yeah, let's do it. That was crazy. We're getting wacky already. I love it.
Today is Monday, August 4th. Reminder, we're recording early. We're about to go on some vacations.
Yeah.
So you guys are hearing this in the future. A lot will have changed by the time you hear this. And
Tom will have unbuttoned more buttons, hopefully, by the time you hear this. That looks good, dude. Look at you, man. Look at you.
Watch on YouTube. Don't just listen. Watch on YouTube.
Go follow us on YouTube. Yeah, you look good, man. I like that shirt a lot too.
Thanks, man. I'm trying to impress you.
Yeah, it's working. It's working.
Thank you.
This is the best you've ever looked. It's the hottest you've ever looked.
Wow. That's crazy because this is the hottest you've ever looked.
Wow. Look at us peaking at the same time.
That's cool. It's all downhill from here until next week, or really 3 weeks from now, whenever we record again.
Whenever we do this again. But we're in our stride, man. We're making it. We're doing it. We did it.
We did it. We passed 1,000 downloads.
We have 1,000 downloads on the podcast. It's very exciting that Mr. Wiggins, I believe your article was helped us out. It was very kind to have out there. So by the time this comes out, it'll have been out for a couple of weeks. But we are kind of living in the immediate aftermath of having a kind article written about us.
Yep, that got picked up by Out Magazine as well. Yeah, which is so cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It is very cool. It is very cool, and I kind of feel like, I don't know, we talked about it before. We don't have to sit in it that long, but this is I think I'm most happy to see that at least someone somewhere responded to the fact that like we love each other so much, that we are who we are. It's not that like people might be tuning in for our lukewarm takes on politics or for the and just like that breakdowns, but I think that it's, I'm proud to think that we being who we are is something people can relate to and can attach to and can engage with.
Sure, though I don't know who you're calling lukewarm. Scalding hot.
Scalding hot. You have great takes. I like to repeat some Scott Galloway takes, and then I like to learn from you. That's how some Liz Plank takes, some Scott Galloway takes, some Ed Elson takes, and then I just learn from you.
No, that's not true. There was some hate. First of all, there's some people shipping us. There were a lot of people posting in comments.
Yeah.
They think we're already fucking. I love you guys. Please keep that coming. I feel like we're already fucking too. Like in my head, we already have. So
yeah, I believe that. That checks out.
I remember once I recently told you that I got really sad. I think I was at Burning Man last year. I think this happened at Burning Man, and I was going to bed one night, and I was laying there, and I got depressed about the fact that we would never have sex. Like it dawned on me, and I was really sad about it. I think I came home and told you that.
I'm sorry, you did tell me that. I had forgotten about that, but I'm so sorry that you were sad at Burning Man, and I think we skipped a couple of weeks while you didn't talk about it. So look at that. We're like you're on a good track, a good ratio of Burning Man discussions, and this one, I'm sorry that one made you sad.
It made me sad. Is there anything you can do to make me feel better?
We'll see what I can do. Probably not fuck you. Let's just go ahead and be clear about that. It's probably not going to be that, but I can bake you a cake.
Call your senators, call your congressmen. If you want to change Jonathan's mind, we need this to be all hands on deck.
Yeah, sure. Call your senator.
There were also some people posting some nasty stuff.
Yeah, I don't even think. I mean, maybe there was nasty. I don't know. That could have.
I saw a couple.
Really? Yeah. Well, what did they say? I didn't see nasty.
Something about we are a disgrace to God.
Really? Oh, I love that. I love that. That shit. I love that. That's my favorite.
It certainly didn't bother me. Yeah.
The ones that I had seen, people were saying like, "What's the big deal?" Like I saw a couple of gay guys that were like, "I have straight friends," or like straight people that were like, "My best friends are gay." Like,
why is this a story?
Who cares? Yeah. And to that I say like, sure, yeah, make this not a story, right? Like that's kind of my angle on my social media platform at all is like, yeah, I think it still says in my bio, I'm weaponizing the mediocrity of men. Like, make it not a big deal. That would be great. I would love that, you know? And to anyone out there who's calling us a disgrace to God, like, please keep it coming. That's my favorite kind of engagement. I love that bullshit. Love it. But also, you've been getting some not nasty interactions, right? Or maybe they are nasty. Maybe
I got a little bit of fan mail. I'm not gonna lie. It's enjoyable.
Yeah. What are they saying? Can you share?
No.
No.
No,
Wow.
no,
Wow.
I don't want to. It's just between me and the fans.
Wow. All right. You get one little taste, man. You get one little look at you.
Listen, I
You
don't
are
have.
Gene Simmons, Wilt Chamberlain,
They're
Tom
not.
Felix.
They're not Jonna fans. They're not Jonna fans.
Are they even no homies, or are they specifically yours?
TBD.
Okay. All right.
TBD. TBD.
Tom
Yeah.
Felines. No, that's not right. They're not. I
Ugh,
don't know.
no. Tama fans?
Tom.
Is it as easy as that? The Jonna fans and the Tama fans?
Are we? Is that our Benefer name? Is Tomathan our Benefer name?
Tomathan, yeah.
And so then
Yeah.
we could be Tomathan, and then they are Tama fans.
Yeah, that's good.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Great.
So no interest like that this week because
In fact,
future
when
is
this
ahead of us.
episode airs, it will be coming out. The finale will be coming out that night, right?
yes. If you listen to this the morning this airs, that night will be the finale for Just Like That. A goodbye to Carrie forever
Oh,
until not.
yeah. I mean, because who knows? Because it's a reality that exists between ours and space. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it is not bound by time or laws of physics. So who knows what happens next?
But we'll be back on our next episode to wrap up episodes 11 and 12 and
Yeah.
send a proper send off. So,
We will absolutely do a proper send off, and I know the three of you that like that section are gonna love that part. We're gonna really bring it home.
well, what's going on in your life since we talked last?
I know this is only 24 hours since the 24 hours after Sheila. It's still like, but there's so much going on. There are exciting things going on. I want to do a quick, I guess, pitch. But the Dr. Peter Coleman, who's an author and a parasocial friend, and I believe I could call him a Jonna fan. I think that's fair to say. He wrote this book, Sins of the Filthy Rich, and it's like, I love it. It's broken up into the 7 deadly sins, and it's got stories of just the billionaires and rich people who run the world and the way that they are sinning and making things awful for the rest of us. And it's a fun. It looks so far like a really fun read. I mean, in the way that like these are the people that are ruining our world, but as much fun as you can have with that, this is like a fun read. Right. So, Sins of the Filthy Rich by Peter Coleman. It's not only because of this, but I do have a shout out in the acknowledgments, so I feel like I had to give the book a plug, just so I can drop in there. I'm not getting DMs from fans.
Do you want to show us for the viewers?
Do I want to show you the page? Sure, let's.
Like zoom in, man. Hold it up.
Yeah, I mean, I can't
Show
really.
us your
I'm not even seeing my.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna work.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Congrats, I'm proud.
Thank you. I also asked Peter if there was any place other than Amazon to get it, and he's Australian. The book is published in Australia, but there are a couple of sites. And if by the time this airs, we get tech savvy enough that I know how to put links in any of the things that we do, I'll add a couple of links to bookstores and sites that are Australian based that are not Amazon that will ship the book to the States. So
I think you just send me the links, and then when I post,
you can put them in there. Great.
Yeah, I can put it in the description.
Great. Okay. Yeah. Well, then that's how we do it.
Solved.
Yeah, I got into the book a little bit today because I also spent the entire day at the DMV today. It was awful. It was
Doing
awful.
What?
It was awful. Trying to get my real ID.
But they do appointments now, so you don't usually have to wait.
They do appointments. But I waited 2 hours. My appointment was at 9:45. At 11:45, I got up to a counter. And then this is my fault, although I have qualms with the way they put this information online, but I was short one document, which I almost lost my fucking mind there. Like I was wrong. I did not have all the things I needed. I don't appreciate the way they lay out what you need, but I was wrong. So I had to go home. They gave me like a pass to come back. And the way the lady said it, what's that? Yeah, she said jump the line.
Yeah.
When I went home, got I had my passport, and I came back with it. It was not a jumping of the line. It was just a chance to get back in line. Yeah. So I got a ticket to be at the very back of the line again. So and I didn't even finish today because I had therapy today. I had this today. So I was there for another hour and a half. And I could see the numbers. I was still an hour and a half in. I had not gotten halfway through the numbers that were between me and where we were. So I just had to leave. And I found someone to talk to, and I was like, is there anything, is there anything?
Yeah,
Hi, Fish.
Yeah.
Was it just Fish? Was it both of them? I couldn't tell.
Both of them. They've been chasing each other.
Oh, they're going crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's like I don't have any original material for the DMV. There's no new IP here because it's the
Yeah,
same that it's always been. It actually felt
yeah,
almost refreshing with so much that's going bonkers in the world and so much that's changing and moving at
yeah.
such fast pace. The DMV is still the DMV. It still
Well, that's
sucks.
that's depressing to hear. I felt like I had been feeling recently, like ever since they added the appointment feature, I have not been waiting when I've gone. So I'm sorry
Yeah.
to hear that wasn't the
I think that
case.
the Real ID kind of screwed it up. I think
Yeah,
because I agree. When I got my renewal, when I got new license plates and I got my renewal, it was
yeah,
actually like kind of lovely,
yeah,
which was surprising and refreshing and great. I think that everyone has had to cram in this Real ID thing, and
yeah,
it's gone haywire, and it's back to being what
yeah.
it really truly is.
That's terrible. I also would recommend whenever you go to the DMV, bring a couple more of things on the list than it says you need,
Yeah.
because of some bullshit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
This is like, and this is my ADHD and my not being able to pay attention. That was on me. But what happens is like you click through on your
yeah,
phone. I'm like, okay, what do I need? What do I need? And I go through and I check I have this, 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 and then a pop-up window came and it says, you have all the necessary documents for, I guess, a specific part of it. And
yeah,
I just was like, oh, there's a pop-up that says I have all the documents. Okay, cool. And then I went, and that was just the first of 2 pages. And there was
oh
another
yeah.
one to click through. And I just, it was it was it was I was just an old man at the DMV. There was like there's nothing new to say about it. I was just a
Old man at
cranky
the
old man at
rave, old man at the DMV. Like
yeah.
it just is what it is, bro. Well,
What about you? Yeah, tell me about you.
yeah, I mean, it's not really about me, but I was sort of Schadenfreude. Am I saying it right?
Sure.
I had some of that today. Brooklyn Mirage, which is a party venue, music venue in Brooklyn. For those that don't know, sort of in Bushwick, big takes up an entire block in Bushwick. It's an indoor and outdoor music venue,
It has like
and
almost like castle feel, like a
yeah,
kind of there's like parapets to walk on. There's like it's
yeah.
multi-layered.
It was a very cool venue for a long time. And they just announced that they're filing for bankruptcy.
Wow.
So, which I was so happy about because it that venue got really bad a couple of years ago. The door got really kind of crazy and strict. The security got nuts. And they were overselling everything. So the last couple of times I went, it was just like a fight to get in and check your ticket, a 2 hour, an hour wait to check your clothes, an
Ugh.
hour wait every time you want something at the bar, an
You
hour wait to go to the bathroom.
not all your clothes, right?
No, your coat, your coat.
Okay.
Hour wait to check your coat. Sorry.
Oh, that's a tough line. An hour wait to check
Yeah,
all your clothes. That's
those
tough.
are
That's
those are different parties. So the Brooklyn Mirage like lost its magic for me a long time ago.
yeah.
So I just think it was a terrible organization, and I'm glad to see it go down. I hope someone buys it and turns it around and makes it fun again. But you
Yeah.
know,
Listen, all the no homies out there, let's band together. Let's go. Let's incorporate and buy Brooklyn Mirage.
no, I don't want that. I
You don't want to be a
no,
venue host. You don't want to
nope,
be a venue owner.
no thanks, no thanks. So
But how
yeah,
about this? If anybody cool buys it, we'll help host the first party.
yeah.
The no homies can be a part of the first party that they throw.
Sure. That's fine. The Jonna fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so
Excuse me.
since we're recorded like sort of a couple episodes fast, I thought we were talking earlier about maybe by the time we come back to recording and we're back in real time again, will the Epstein files have been released? Is the
Yeah.
question. What do
That
you
is
think?
what a question.
No.
No, no. I mean, they should be. Obviously, they should be. But
Yeah.
I think that. Well, let's see. What do we have as distractions so far? We've talked about it a little bit. There's the
Yeah.
trying to fire the chairman of the Fed. There is actually firing the messenger. What was the position?
I forget the push
Yeah.
the data, the jobs report data.
The person who had the gall to report
truth.
facts. Yeah. I don't even remember what I didn't write them down. I don't have them all here. It's like the 12 days of Epstein.
Well, Obama,
I want to
the Obama
the
stuff, where he's accusing
Obama,
Obama of
Russia.
yeah.
I think that in our time off here, we should write the 12 Days of Epstein as a song, as a Christmas song.
Oh, Jesus.
And like a golden ballroom is a great, like what have you seen the renderings of that? Like,
It's so garish and horrific, and
Yeah.
I can't believe tax money is going to be spent on this
Yeah.
golden ballroom.
Yeah.
I hope it somehow doesn't happen. It's just it'll be such an eyesore on the White House. There's no need for it.
Yeah.
His obsession with gold and garish. As much as I'm a fan of the Gilded Age, I don't want to see that stuff in the Oval
he's just
Office.
a cartoon villain. He just like
Yeah.
it's like It's like when he was a kid, he thought, "I want to be rich," and so he was looking at the cartoons of
And
rich
like
people, and
swim in
like,
money.
yeah,
Yeah.
like literally, he's Scrooge McDuck
Yeah.
with less character. Like
Yeah.
it's so gross.
It's gross.
Yeah.
They,
You were telling me that there's, because I don't know anything about this, and I need to
yeah.
know more. There might be aliens on the way.
Yes, so there's a mysterious large object that has entered. I don't know if it's in our. I don't think it's in our solar system yet. Maybe I don't remember this detail. So typical no homo. Look it up. Google it.
Call your senator.
Call your senators. Call your congressman. Find out about the spaceship. It's visible on like telescopes or something. It's
Okay.
big. It's moving towards us. They don't know what it is. Some scientists think it could be some sort of comet from another solar system, maybe that
Ooh,
ricocheted
okay.
into ours. There are a group of scientists that have theorized that it could be
Mm,
an alien race coming to visit us, attack us, what have you.
okay.
It did make the New York Post, so you know it's legit.
Well, if you read it in the post,
And so it's all over like social media now. So
love
tons
that.
of
I feel
millions of
like
gullible Americans are
aliens have had a really hard time recently. I feel like they
yeah,
were like during COVID, aliens tried to make a comeback, and then like a year ago during the strike and like the SAG strike and the big first round, I guess second round of AI push, and like the news was all AI, and then there was space again. There was like maybe aliens, and
yeah,
aliens have had a tough time getting in the news. They cannot get people's
yeah,
attention back.
yeah.
People are over. Aliens are so early 2000s.
Do you
Nobody
think it's
cares anymore.
aliens?
I hope, man. I hope. I would love it. I would love it.
Even if it meant we were all gonna die?
I mean, if we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
I and also, how do we know that we're all gonna die? Maybe they're not shitty. You know, maybe they're gonna help us through this.
oh God, I hope so. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the odds of being the human race that gets killed by aliens at the end, like, what are the chances of being the one? You
Yeah.
know, so I'm not that worried about it, but also like it's a hell of a way to go. So
And if any of this lasts, I feel honestly good. If anything survives, then what will have survived right at the end will be some of this material, and we can talk about what a clown cartoon villain Donald
yeah,
Trump is, and how
yeah.
much I love you. Those are the two things that get to go down in history.
What if only the gays survive?
Walk me through the math on this, just arbitrarily, just.
They just realize we're better,
Oh, sure, okay,
and they decide to level up the human race and get rid of all the straights, and they'll help us figure out how we'll
yeah, yeah,
multiply. But
sure,
they
that's
have
great.
that knowledge. They're bringing it to us.
Yeah. Well, so at that point, I tell you
Yeah.
what, problem solved. That's when we have sex.
Okay.
When the aliens are like, all right, dudes who have sex together can stay. Then that's,
So I'll do it to save your life.
yes, you
Yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That means so much to me. You would do that for me.
You're welcome. So we're getting ready. So one of the reasons we are about to, Nick Kwan and I are about to go away, as you know, we're going back to Hancho Campout. Next week we go. It'll be my third time, his second. So his first time was last year. We went together.
That was his first time last year.
That was his first time.
Oh,
Yep. So Hancho is a DJ collective from Pittsburgh. It's a gay. They throw a monthly party called Hancho in Pittsburgh. Gay party, queer party, but also everybody who likes good music, I think, is kind of welcome. Really great music, great taste in DJs, and this is the 10th year they're throwing Hancho Camp Out, which is a literally a camp. It takes place on a campground. A very
Yeah, it's like legit.
interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting magical campground. And it's a long weekend, and they bring DJs from all over the world. Well-known DJs, up and comers, really well curated. The event just gets better and better and better.
Nice.
The guys that throw it, they are I forget the phrase. They don't sit on their laurels. Is that?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, like
Rest. They don't rest on their laurels.
no, like every
Yeah.
year they make it better. They've already announced some exciting new stuff for this year, so we're excited. We're especially excited, as you know, we got engaged there last year.
Yeah.
Naquan surprised me. We're
It's
not married yet, but
The 1 year anniversary though of the engagement. That's so
1 year
exciting.
anniversary, so we're gonna celebrate. So
That's
it's
so
pretty
exciting, man.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for you guys.
thank you.
That was so it's so fun to think back to a year ago because you don't even really know, but I mean maybe now you do, but it was an honor to be able to like kind of help Naquan. He had through that to be a friend of yours. I got to help kind of prep for the engagement.
Oh yeah, you knew it was happening.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, wow.
It was very exciting. And I'm glad you guys are going back. I know we talked about it this weekend a little bit, and I figured we could talk about it on here. I was wondering about if you wanted to talk some about like, okay, you guys are getting married, and what does that mean to you? What does that mean as far as like monogamy goes? What does it mean as far as like let's start there. What does it mean as far
Yeah,
as like
yeah, yeah,
monogamy
yeah,
goes?
yeah. Well, so Naquan and I are not monogamous, as you know.
Hmm.
We have so this is we've been together almost 4 years. I've known each other a little longer, and we never have been. And we've had this conversation a bunch, but I do think it's fun to talk about. So Naquan is really the first, as you know, successful long-term relationship I've really ever been in. I've had some other relationships that were not successful, and but I learned a lot through them, and don't think I would have been ready for Naquan had I not gone
Sure,
through
I agree
every
with that.
single relationship I've ever been through. And I definitely ended up with the right guy for
I agree with
sure.
that too. Yeah,
And so I feel really lucky about that. And he has been in two long-term relationships before me, both of which were monogamous. And part of the push and pull with us at the beginning of when were we going to get together and make it more official is he was resisting. He felt something. He knew that there was something special between us,
yeah.
but he was resisting because he didn't want to be monogamous
Mm.
again. And once he realized that I had no interest in that, I mean, we got together when I was 41, and I had never been in a monogamous relationship at that point in my life. And at that point, I was like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I have no interest in doing that. My feelings are, first of all, I want to make it clear we're emotionally monogamous, and that's important to both of us.
Sure.
So we're not polygamists. We're not like having relationships, and I know tons of people in my community that do that, and works for them, and that's awesome. We're not at all ever interested in that. I mean, never say ever. Who knows? But it's not something right now that we're interested in at
Yeah.
all. We want to build a life together. That's really important to us. We're part of the fun we're having in our relationship is I think we're both really enjoying building a life together,
Yeah.
and that involves emotional monogamy. But we both, I think, as sort of turned on as we are by each other, I think we both feel and agree that I just don't think there's any one person in the world that can satisfy your all of your sexual needs. I
Yeah.
think that if that does happen for some people, sure, I guess I believe you. I don't really, but good for you if it
Well,
does.
is it fair to say that like part of your, and maybe for everyone, but certainly for you, part of the those sexual needs are diversity, are it being someone different?
Yeah,
Because
I
like,
think that there is something totally exciting
yeah,
about it being someone new. I think we both enjoy that. And to be honest, I always joke, and I'm not even joking. I always say we're still jealous. Both of us still get jealous. But for me, it's like 49% jealousy, 51% turned on,
yeah,
and that combination really works for me because it's just on the side of being okay with it, and it fuels our sex life. Actually, I get so turned on by seeing how other guys think he's hot. That gives me pride. That's my man.
yeah,
I love it. It makes me want him more. And we sort of do have rules. I think there are couples that are non-monogamous that have rules like no one more than once, no one in our home. Those kind of things. We don't really have that. We just have a rule of total communication at all times. So we tell each other about everything. We when there's a way to do it, we ask ahead of time. Sometimes you can't do that.
sure,
sometimes
okay,
sometimes the universe just presents you an opportunity, but we try to just stay communicative the whole time.
yeah,
And we also have like an open door policy about like if either one of us at any moment is allowed to change our minds or say, I really would appreciate it if you did not hook up with that person for whatever reason.
yeah,
Or I'm feeling threatened right now. I want to close down for a while. We haven't had that happen, but we both have the opportunity to do that at any moment. And so there's work involved. Like it feels to me like it's a fluid thing or like when you're trying to keep a ball in the air or a balloon in the air.
keepy uppy, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like non-monogamy is like keepy uppy,
it is. It is. I think if we were to like stop communicating,
yeah.
then the ball would fall.
Yeah, it seems like maybe that's like kind of a misunderstanding. People who maybe are kind of jumping into non-monogamy are
Yeah.
not always aware that communication is maybe even more so. Like it's more necessary because it's not a template that you
Yeah.
kind of like know
I
You know,
I
you gotta
think it
agree to
is,
set
but
rules. Yeah.
totally. I agree with you, but I do know tons of people that have don't tell, don't ask, don't tell relationships.
Mm,
I don't know how that works, but I think that there are people that that is what works for them, and
yeah.
so I think it's about communicating to find out what it is.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
That to me is the most important thing. Like I don't even really I get what you're saying. I can see parts of everything that you're saying. I just think the most important thing is whatever contract you decide you and a partner are going to have, that you decide to have that you agree on, that
yeah,
you communicate about what that is. Like my wife and I are monogamous. We got married, and like it's all kind of like hetero norm, and there's like
mhm,
a pretty set template for that. And you know, like within that, and kind of the way that we both frankly kind of live our lives is like we didn't buck any norms too much at all, but within the norms that we live in, we find the edges and we find a way to play around. And I don't mean just monogamy, I mean like in our lives, like with our
mhm,
job, with our wedding. It was kind of a traditional like classic wedding because that's just kind of the way we ended up going down. We're like, all right, but how can we fuck around and have fun with this inside
yeah.
this template, right? Pardon me. And you know, we have, it's funny, I know you've asked me, and Jen and I have talked about it. She actually said when you brought up that 51-49 thing recently, and she was like, oh, I like that. She actually used that, not on monogamy, but just like in life a couple of times. She's used
Well,
that
how? I'm
recently.
dying to know specifics. I
I
need
don't remember.
specifics. Damn.
I'll try to come up with it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll post about it, or
Okay.
when we record again in a month, I'll
Okay.
try to have it ready. Um, but it, for us, it is an open conversation, but we both agree like that's not something we talk about a lot right now. A, because we have two young kids, and
Yeah.
like that we've said multiple times to each other, like the thing that I would be most mad about right now if I found out that she was having an affair is like we got fucking, I'm tired and we have things to do all the time. If you're finding
Yeah.
time to sleep with someone else
Yeah.
instead of just like sleeping,
Yeah.
like get some rest, because we are busy and it is like exhausting.
Yeah.
And not to say that no one else, the people that non-monogamous people aren't busy, just like I don't there's attraction, sure, there's like I think that some of the same things are true here. Like people being attracted to my wife turns me on. I don't get overly jealous. I get like protective, I guess, if people are being rude, you
Yeah.
know, or like if it's like it feels disrespectful, or if it feels like, and it's really, I mean, we're not even barely in public enough, or when we are, it's at gay parties, so it's not like people are hitting on her that hard. But back in the day when we used to be fun and be out, you know, I would have my own pride that would get involved if people were hitting on her in front of me, you know, whatever. And that's kind of a jealousy and a pride thing. But most of it just comes down to like I think she's hot. People think she's hot. Like great, that doesn't bother me at all as long as you're showing respect. We just never we were in a template that's like we were going to be monogamous. We agreed to be monogamous. It's kind of like I think in
Did
the
you have
early
an
days.
actual conversation about it?
Not for a long time,
Mhm.
because like I mean we talked about when we were going to be exclusive. Like we talked about like when we first started dating, we
Yeah.
were not exclusive. And then after a while, like I moved in and we agreed we were going to be exclusive. And like that was it was just the like, are we going to or are we not going to? There wasn't much conversation like within that. Neither of
Mhm.
us, we both had gone through either like neither of us had experience with being emotionally committed to someone and not being physically committed to them.
Yeah.
So we just went with that. And I think that, you know, like I guess you can go kind of macro and look at like I don't know, the nuclear family and throughout history why it became what it became, and it's probably the patriarchy's fault, but also like it is kind of easy to not have to have all of the conversations all the time, and it just checks one of those boxes. And it's still like it still does take work. You know, it still takes work. You know, I might be attracted to other people. We have to find that line of where it is like I want, not about like can I sleep with someone else, but like what makes everyone most comfortable? Is she happy? Am I being too much of a dog and she's getting uncomfortable? Am I, you know, like anything in there? I want to make sure that she's happy and that we're communicating in a way that is keeping us both comfortable and happy.
Yeah.
And you know, I think that we are both at a place, it's a hypothetical because literally because of like young kids at home, like neither of us have time for the bandwidth for that anyway, and we have to just kind of like buckle down and focus on this anyway. I think that because of you guys, I think we can see the world where it's like we would always be emotionally monogamous, and maybe like if I don't know if there was space and margins to play around or whatever, maybe, but like
Whoa.
neither of us are looking for that, right?
Yeah.
Neither
Yeah.
of us
Yeah.
like, and I go to, you know, these parties and like they can be really hot and sexy, and some of them are like mixed hetero, and so like
Yeah.
there will be hot women walking around, and I really don't feel like an urge to do something. Like I enjoy it and I like
Yeah.
really take it all in and like being there, but it's not like, oh, if only I didn't have that wife at home, I would definitely be like banging out right now, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's just from like the years of it. It's like I think there's something about the exclusivity also creates work. If you want to stay good, then you have to work within that. So we,
Yeah. Definitely.
get creative ourselves, and we have to kind of like find new, because it's not just like there's not just like one or two things that she doesn't do for me, but there is something about the newness of a new person, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so when it's the same person for a decade plus, then you got to
Yeah.
figure out how to make anything about it new. And that's
Yeah.
kind of like its own fun thing, you know? And
Yeah.
it definitely can like hit ruts, and then you're like in a rut, and like we're not feeling very sexy, we're not feeling very close. And then we realize like, oh, let's just fucking change it up a little bit. Let's just like have fun. It's not even just have fun in the bedroom. It's like, let's have fun in life. Let's go do a thing we
Yeah.
used to do, or go through do a thing that we haven't ever done. And let's work so that we can find each other again.
Yeah.
You
Let's go
know,
to a gay party with Tom.
let's go to a gay party. Yeah. I mean, it worked.
Woof. Wait, so do you think like by the time the kids are in college, like you guys might like is there
Yeah,
a
I don't know. Like
world?
that's why it's not like a black and
Yeah.
white. I knew that I shouldn't say that out loud to you, because
I
it's
gotta
not
s-
like we were like, okay, on this date we will start opening up. It was just like I can see, like I'm not jealous.
I just
I
love
don't.
the idea of 60-year-old Jonathan like on the market.
Yeah, that's part of the thing too. Is like, yeah, sure. By the time the kids get out of school, well, great. By the time the kids move out, great. Have at it. Like, go get all the ass you can get. I feel like that's
amazing.
probably just her. That's her calling my bluff. She's like, sure, baby. As soon as the kids move out, whatever you want to do, go do it, you old man. No, it's not like there, because neither of us are like champing at the bit, right? Champing, not chomping, right? Champing at the bit. I'm pretty sure it's champing,
Chomping.
even though it doesn't make sense.
I think
Check
it's
me on this one.
chomping. Really?
It seems like it should be, but I'm pretty sure it's champing. I know it doesn't really make sense, but I'm pretty sure that
We need
it's
someone
champing.
that's like watching us
A
record.
producer. We need
Yeah,
something that
yeah.
does. We need someone that does all of the jobs of a podcast.
It's chomping at the bit.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm not
wait,
gonna.
here's an
Yeah,
article.
yeah. There you go, motherfucker. Let's go. Let's go.
Champ at the bit.
This is great. Great podcast.
Webster says champ at the bit is to show impatience at restraint, be restless.
That is the definition I'm looking for. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, but Webster's adds that chomp at the bit is a variation.
Great.
Booyah!
No. You said I was wrong. I did not say you were wrong. You said I was wrong. I did not say.
Champing. I said champing was wrong.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Champing's not wrong. This is
Yeah,
great.
but I feel like
really
the
great.
world has moved on to chomping. Like you're old school if you're using champing.
Okay.
It might be correct, but it's out of date.
That makes no sense. Take that back. Take that back. I'm about to lose all respect for you. That's not a thing you can say.
Can I champ you? I would love to champ your bit.
You do champ me. You are impatient. And read the definition again of champing at the bit.
I just want to champ your bit.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm glad you found the title in all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Just a 90-second meander so I can find a good title.
There we
I
go.
love
I'm
it.
writing it down. Just
either way-
it's a little like 9 years you've been married.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
It's I maybe should have asked this earlier, but 9 years in, does Jen get jealous or threatened when I flirt with you?
No.
No, she's like,
No, I mean,
Good
because
luck.
well, and you talk about like you can't get everything from everyone. You can't get everything from one person. Like, I mean, this now the no homos are really going to ship us, but like you clearly give much better massages than my wife can give. So she's like, take what you want. In fact, she's very confident that you're going to find my lines before you find her line. Like, she's like, yeah, do whatever. I don't care. If he says yes, go for it.
love it. That's amazing. I also, you mentioned your wedding. I mean, maybe we should share with the audience what one of the things that made your wedding so extra special.
Oh, you mean that thing that's in the vault? Are we going to repeat ourselves now? Is it okay to repeat things that are in the vault now?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about how you were the officiant at our wedding?
I do.
Is that what you want to talk about
I
it?
do.
Let's
Is that
talk
in the
about
vault?
it. Yeah, I mean, it is. We talked about it in a practice episode because it was our anniversary.
That's right.
But yeah, let's talk about it. You were the officiant.
I was
at our
honored
wedding.
to
You
be the
married
officiant
us.
for your
We
wedding.
were honored to be at your stand-up special. It was a hit. You were a hit. You were a hit. We had a pretty, like I said, kind of a template templated wedding, kind of a classic style wedding, and we had a lot of people there because her mom and her dad wanted to invite all of their friends, and we said, sure, great, that's great. And so there were a bunch of people who did not know you at all. Our friends knew you, but then there
Yes.
were a bunch of Connecticutans and people from across the country that did not know you,
Yep.
and you were a riot. You had them in the palm of your hand.
I did.
And in fact, I think it really is on brand for us. If you do you have it in your back pocket to give the opening line
I
of the
do, of
wedding?
course, of
Okay.
course.
Yeah.
It's one of my classics. Well, it's just you came down the aisle. Jen came down the aisle. I'm sorry. So the whole procession happened, and then the audience settled down, and
They were going, they were uproarious. They were dancing in the streets, and you settled down.
I felt like I needed to explain who I was. So that was like my first piece of business I wanted to get done. So I was like, hi, everybody. Welcome to Jonathan and Jen's wedding. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tom. I've been a friend of Jonathan's for, I think it was like 7 years at that point or something,
Yeah, that's about that.
7, 8 years. And I was like, I've dreamt about this moment ever since I met him. Of course, in the dream, I was standing up here instead of Jen, but at least I made it up here at all. And there was like a brief silence, like they didn't understand what they had just heard, and then an uproarious laughter. And from then on, I had them in the palm
You
of my
did.
hand.
You had them in the palm of your hand. All of my Southern Baptist family that came up, all of the Connecticut Jews, all of the you had them. You had them all.
I
It
did.
Was, it was lovely.
I
It
did.
really was.
I think I was requested. A lot of people requested to meet me at the cocktail.
We were, how you like go around and you have to like talk to everyone,
Yeah.
whatever. We're like going around to each table and thank everyone for being there. And people that I didn't know, I was meeting people because I was like meeting her parents' friends that they wanted to invite.
Yeah.
So I'm meeting people at my own wedding who are asking me about you. Can I introduce you to them? Who is he? How do we know more about him? I was like, I hope you got me a good waffle iron, whoever you are. You are the closest I have to an open relationship. You are my my hall pass.
No, if we ever got together, I would close that shit up right up. I would shut that shit down, lock it down.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Yeah. If you ever came out of the closet, snatch, lock,
What?
gates coming down. Yep.
All this talk. You gave me 20 minutes of you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
No, I would still be.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that checks out. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I would just be too nervous. I couldn't set you loose on the gay community.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would be nervous for you. I'd really just keep an eye out.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I can see a world, and I think about this like plenty. Like, I'm not interested in men, and I'm not interested in being open, but I can see. It makes sense to me that a man liking men. There's a world in which like it makes sense to agree to be open. There's like the power dynamic can be closer to equal. Even like outside of society, because wherever the gay community has or has not been able to fit in society, like there's a promiscuity to men that kind of exists, and there's always
Men are dogs.
Men are dogs.
Yes.
And so if like you're a dog who wants to sleep with dogs, like sleep with all the dogs. Like I kind of get that,
Yeah.
I think it makes like that to me. And then we've got I went to look up their names. The fucking Texas people who just got divorced, who are the biggest like traditional family bullshit.
Yeah.
And they get like nobody knows like that was all affairs. I'm quite sure that was just rampant affairs.
Well, who's the other one that was paying the pool boy
Faldwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, to just get cucked or whatever.
Well, have you ever heard of the gay handshake?
I have not.
The gay handshake is when gay guys meet, they fuck. And so I think a lot of, and so what that translates into is that often friendship circles in the gay community, or there's also like, you'll see memes of them where you'll see like a meme of a bunch of gay guys in like a dining room, and it'll be like arrows pointing to this one's boyfriends, this one's fuck.
Yeah.
And it's a joke, but there's also an element of truth to it because we do sleep around more than straight people do. And I think in general, it's, it has its pluses and minuses. We have to be careful and smart about STDs,
Yeah.
and they're more rampant in the gay community
Yeah.
than the straight community. But because of the introduction of PrEP, which people take to prevent HIV. PrEP now means that most gay men, I think, these days are on PrEP, and that means that you have to get your blood checked every 3 months when you're on PrEP because it can adversely affect your kidneys and your liver.
Mm.
So you have to have that you have to have your numbers checked just to make sure that's not happening. And so in addition to doing that, which is so smart, what the medical community does is when you come in for your blood tests, in addition to that, they do all the STD tests,
Mm.
which
Yeah.
means 4 times a year, basically
Yeah.
every gay guy is having that done. And now now there are actually issues of STDs more in the straight community because they're not testing as much. They don't know to test.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
when I was like new to New York, the first, I don't know, many years, first decade I was in New York, I for a lot of it did not have, it was insurance. It was like before Obamacare, and so I just didn't have insurance.
Yeah.
And so I would go to like the Chelsea clinic,
Yeah.
and I would just would go every quarter, or if
Yeah.
like there was an oopsie daisy, like then I would go,
Yeah.
on a one
Yeah.
off, but
Yeah.
I would go every quarter.
Yeah.
And it also felt like at that point one of my closer experiences to the gay community because
Yeah.
I like it just from the eye test of it, I seemed to be
Yeah.
one of the few straights in the room.
Yeah,
And
totally. I took a straight friend there once who had a scare and was nervous about going, and I was like, I'll go with you. I'll hold your hand. But yeah, so the gay handshake, like that is sort of a potential negative of how much there is, we sleep around. But I think it also means that the bonds are stronger. People, friends that I've slept with that I don't necessarily hook up with anymore. Like, I don't know, it's just like sort of strengthens a bond, or it like, so, and also so many more gay men, straight people. What is wrong with you? So many more, so many more gay men
did you just
stay.
move your camera? You just
I did,
banged
like,
you just
am I out of? Is
I
it
think you're
okay?
there. Let's go. We can do
It's
it. I
okay?
think you're still in. Yeah.
Do I need to lower?
No, you're fine. Let's
Okay.
go.
God damn it. So many more gay men stay friends with people that they broke up with. And I think that's a fucking beautiful thing when it happens. I, for the most part, have stayed friends with people that I used to date. Once I love someone, it's really hard for me to stop loving them.
Yeah.
Unless something really, really shitty happens. And for the most part, I think a lot of gay men are the same way. And I think it's a beautiful thing. And I wish straight people could be more grown up about that.
I'm not sure that I will just push back a little bit. I'm not sure that it's just about being grown up and like you break up and like there's undeniably, this is something we've talked about before. You and I, like the power dynamic exists in society and in the bedroom. Like that is true. And so it's less about like you might break up. There's just so many reasons to break up that then you don't want that person in your life,
Sure,
like,
sure.
and especially if you haven't had like, we kind of talked about it before too, like the strength of building the community, having to build it on your own is not an easy task, and it should not be a thing that a group is tasked with. You should not have to do that.
Yeah.
You should have been, the gay community should have been invited into society all along. There's no reason it was outgrouped. I mean, the reasons are silly that it was outgrouped, but in that, you find the way that you build it yourself, and you're able to kind of make it what you want.
Yeah.
And like it's hard. It's almost more, I mean, it is more work in the straight community to go outside of the template and outside of the mold, and then find a place to be with, like find a community for that too,
Yeah.
so then you're in this mold, and it's jealousy is real. And like we as a straight
Yeah.
community haven't spent time wanting to be open enough, like to the extent that we've spent time getting over jealousy. And so then like it's hard to, like, if you don't sleep with your friends, if you sleep with your friends, it seems easier to be friends with them later. If you don't sleep with your friends, then the only people you slept with are the ones you were with and in love with, or whatever, to whatever degree. And the jealousy is just a very real thing. It's like I don't think you can just like negate that. You could spend time working on it, you could get past it, of course, but like it's just I don't think it's like a real uphill battle for the straight community to just like, I mean, I was friends with plenty of exes for a long time, and now like life has kind of just taken it to where like I just don't talk to them.
Yeah, I'm not saying you
but-
have to be best friends, but jealousy
Yeah.
is just such a low vibrational, emotional place to live. Like anytime you can rise above that, I think is a good thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
You know what it's time for?
I do. Yeah.
Who would you fight? Who would you fight? Pow, pow. All right, you go first.
Okay, mine's quick and easy. I'm going to get it out of the way real quick. I would fight everyone at the DMV. Everyone. I don't care. I don't care if you're. I
Customers,
don't care. Everyone.
employees.
Everyone. I'm just gonna. I'll stand in one place and have everyone walk by and just fight. I'll just fight everyone. 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 Everyone.
Good. That's original. That's good. Mine's probably not much better. I would fight. I'm riding the subway in New York City. I believe that there is a logic to how you navigate the subway car, and I'm going to fight everyone that doesn't know how to use that logic.
Is this just as basic as getting on and off, or are you talking about, you want to give us
No,
more details?
I'm talking about, first of all, it's different when it's busy and it's not busy. So let's start first when it's not busy and there are seats available. When there are seats available, and I feel like maybe men maybe will understand this more than women because of urinals. When there are seats available and people in some seats and not others, there is a natural. You could show me right now a picture of a subway car with some people sitting in open seats, and I would immediately be able to tell you where the
Sure.
first where you should
Yeah.
sit first,
Yeah.
and then where you sit second. There's just
Yeah.
a natural if you are a human being that other bothers to understand other human beings and physical space. There's just an obvious place to where to sit, and it drives me crazy when people don't know how to do that. The other thing is when it is busy, there's a thing that happens in New York, which is everybody wants to stay by the doors. So when they get in, they get in barely enough to grab a pole and they don't move in. No one wants to move in. And every time it's packed, if you look into the center of the car, there's ample space. There's all this room. And I just feel like if we could all be better people and just like, if you step in as far as you can, go to the middle,
Sure.
get some space and let other people fit. We're all trying to make a buck. We're all trying to live our lives.
You don't want to start by just like suggesting that. You just want to go ahead and fight them.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I walk in and I'm like, all right, I'm moving to the middle if no one else wants to. Like I make a thing out of it and I just shame people because it's just stupid. There's just no reason. We can all be happier if we work together.
Sure. Yeah. Spread the word. Spread the word in that tone. I bet that tone really. I bet on the way to work and the way home from work in the morning, that tone really gets people moving. It gets everyone on your side.
Am I being a woke old man again?
No, I don't think you're being that woke about this one.
All right. Well, why don't you
you're
read
right.
us
I really
out?
appreciate you giving us the original complaint of subway cars in New York. That was
Thank you.
Hot take.
Keep it. Shut up. Shut up and read us out.
Oh man, I gotta do it. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe to No Homo with Jonathan Tom on all podcast platforms and YouTube. Graphics and music by Matt Ladner. And an exclusive thanks to Jen Dornbosch and Naquan Williams. The opinions expressed on this podcast are solely those of the hosts and are intended for entertainment purposes only.
That was like a B-.
Why don't you just fucking not ant me in the middle of it? Why don't you just let me get through it?
Love you.
All right, I love you.
Bye.